if you're going to get in the business, do it right. Be professional. When you receive an assignment, make sure it's something that you can handle. And if it is not a typical type mission, then maybe have those colleagues that you can go out there and talk to and find out how to do those missions the correct way. You're going to have some examples of what your industry specific type work is. So if you've got that, you'll need to showcase that to your clients. And then you'll also have to have an ability to deliver the data that they're asking you to acquire. Different size lithium batteries. Okay? Now, if I'm operating this kind of drone right here, it may operate better with a bigger battery because it can handle the load. What happens with the smaller batteries is that it's really exerting a lot of energy and the battery will start to swell. Here we have a simple setup with the Mavic Pro. This is the Alpine White, one of the newer series out there. And here's a typical setup with your controller and display board. One of the things that I've noticed is that sometimes my signal will be a little bit impaired. So what I'll do is I have purchased a signal booster. Here's one by Three Kings. And what it does is it amplifies your signal. Let me show you how to install it. Make sure that you use the bigger ends on the bottom and install as so. And here we have an increased signal booster.
It's flight time with Uda!
Hi there, this is Flight Time with Uda. That's me, an unmanned teaching assistant. Today, I'm going to talk about the operational rules of line of sight. According to the FAA, as part of 107's operating rules, you must always keep the drone within the line of sight of either the remote pilot in command or a visual observer. This includes drones that have GPS capability as well. Pre-programmed flights. They're allowed as long as they adhere to the line of sight rule. Using a drone's camera, which is also called first-person view or FPV, however, is not allowed under the line of sight requirement. That's because if a drone's camera can only see a portion of the sky as it flies in three-dimensional space, problems can occur outside the view of the camera. What's happening behind the drone, to the sides of the drone, Also, you can't use visual aids like binoculars to see your drone either. Remember, the operator is also known as the remote pilot in command, and that's you, and you are solely responsible for the flight of the aircraft. So if line of sight's an issue with your mission, use one or more visual observers to maximize your flight safety. Visit droneeducationservices.com for more, and be sure to register your drone at faadronezone.faa.gov. Fly safe, fly often, and have fun.
Looks like we're on our way, buddy.
Indeed.
Beyond line of sight operations will open up the drone industry to massive positive growth. The current rules state that the remote pilot in command or visual observer must be able to see the drone in flight without the use of visible aids such as binoculars. The visual observer also has to have a clear line of communication to the pilot in command. Now, pre-programmed flights without authorizations are also required to be in the line of sight. Using a drone's camera is not allowed under the line of sight requirement. Hey, it's Lamar. Thanks for watching another Drone Education Services production. Subscribe now and don't miss out on any of our new videos.
And like and share us on social media. And be sure to register your drone at faadronezone.faa.gov.
And get even more content at droneeducationservices.com. And as always, fly safe, fly often, and have fun.